channel. So I am really excited about today's video. Really excited. I've actually collaborated with Canon to bring you guys this video today. And basically what this is gonna be is I'm gonna share with you guys a really amazing Mother's Day camera bundle that they have available. And then I'm also gonna share with you guys my tips as a retired professional photographer for getting kind of DIY portrait pictures of your kids and family. Even as a professional photographer, I totally understood that not everybody can afford to hire a professional photographer for pictures. All right, so first I'm gonna share with you the bundle that Canon is offering for Mother's Day, just so we can kind of go over what's in that really quickly. Now, I can tell you guys wholeheartedly, I own many Canon products. When I was a professional photographer, I did children's photography, family photography, and my specialty was newborn photography. And so I always use Canon products. I have always loved Canon's products. Their quality is amazing, which is why I was so excited to partner with them, because I've been using their equipment for years. And I think this bundle is a really good deal. And so, which is the Rebel EOS SL1. And this is the lightest DSLR on the market. And I am not kidding you guys when I tell you this thing is, I'm just gonna take the lens off so you can see just the body of the camera itself. This thing is light. And this is a DSLR. This isn't a point and shoot camera. This is a DSLR. You can use this for portraits, you can use this for video, you can use it in automatic mode if you're not comfortable, or you can use it in manual mode, or lots of different modes that the camera has. It's so light, it would totally fit in your purse. It comes with a kit lens, which is the EFS 18-55. So that is a zoom lens. So that's a great lens if you are wanting to stick this in your purse and take it to a soccer game, or like I'll probably take this lens with me to Shelby's dance recital, so that you can kind of zoom in and get up close if your kids are not super close to you. So this is great just to take with you to the park for action shots, moving around, all that kind of stuff. But what I think is the sweetest part of the deal and of this package is that it includes the 50mm 1.8 lens. Now this is a prime lens, so it doesn't zoom. Your feet are your zoom if you want to get any closer, but this is like the first step into a portrait lens. So everyone sees the pictures, right, where your kid is in focus and the background is all blurry. It's a lens like this that will get you that look. That 1.8 aperture is what gets you that look. Blurry background effect that everybody wants. Look at how small and compact this is. You could totally fit this in your purse. And I mean, if you want to take pictures of your kids out at a restaurant or, you know, wherever, this would totally fit in your purse, diaper bag, and not take up too much room. And like I said, it's so light. You get the body, you get the two lenses, and then you also get, they give you an SD card and this really nice like waterproof Canon camera bag. It's got space on the inside. It can actually hold like 2 cameras and a lens, or a couple of lenses and a camera body. Like you could put everything in here, your SD cards, extra batteries, like whatever you wanted in here. And it's actually like waterproof, so you zip it up and you're safe in case somebody spills something, which, let's be honest, if you've got kids, people are spilling things all the time. I'm gonna leave the link down below to where you guys can find this bundle. Husbands, if you are looking for something to get your wife for Mother's Day, you definitely need to check this out. I will make sure to put in the description box below all the information about dates that the deal runs through, and there's a code. All right, so now you've got your camera, you've got your lens. Let's talk about taking your pictures from like mom snapshots to looking more like professional photos that you paid someone with lots of years of experience to do. All right, so the first thing is clothing choice. This is so important. I can't tell you how many times I had a packet that I sent out to my clients telling them what to wear, what to look for, that kind of thing. You really want to, especially if you're gonna photograph, like in my case, if I'm putting all my 5 kids together, I am looking for outfits that coordinate and not match. Portraits are an awesome time to incorporate like accessories and stuff for your kids, so hats or scarves, bow ties, things like that can really kind of like make an outfit stand out. And I just think it's really cute to put everybody in things that go together but don't necessarily match. And if you don't, so like avoiding the whole everyone's wearing a white top and khaki pants. And if you feel like, you know, I just don't really know how to do that, like I don't know how to pull all that together, then go to Pinterest. If you look on Pinterest at like family picture fashion boards or kids fashion boards. You can find all kinds of ideas. And the other thing is, you don't have to buy new stuff. Really, once you get an idea in your head and just kind of pick a color palette of colors that go together, I can usually rummage through my kids' closets and find things for all of them to wear. And I promise it'll look so much better than everybody matching. The second thing is, if you're gonna take your kids out to try to find a spot to do these pictures at, look for a location with very few distractions. I feel like we oftentimes end up saying, I'll just go to the park because there's some green space there. But what do your kids know about the park? This is where we come to play. This is where we come to swing and run around. And a lot of times, especially if you have really little kids, it can be very hard to distract them when they can hear and see other kids swinging and playing and having fun, and they're being told to stand here and take this picture or whatever. Look for locations that have very few distractions. And honestly, I find the best locations are like little random patches in different places. There's a side road that runs kind of like behind our grocery store, and there's never any cars on it, and it's just a bunch of land. It's got really pretty trees and like fields, and when the sun is setting, it's so beautiful there. It's so easy to just pull over there and shoot there, and there's literally no distractions. There's nothing else there but this little patch of tree and grass, which is just like perfect for pictures. So look for a location with not a ton of distractions. The other thing, especially if you're gonna be kind of going out into nature to look for a spot, is to bring some blankets. Either bring plain colored blankets, something gray, something, you know, very neutral, tame, or if you have like antique old quilts, those are awesome. Also like crates, wooden crates, just things to sit on. And again, like I'm thinking about like my family where I have 5 kids to photograph. So sure, it might be cute to have them all sit in a line, but it would also be really great to get some different head heights and stuff in there, some variation. So having like a bucket or a basket or something that one of my kids can sit on, and then another one can sit on the ground, and you can kind of just like arrange everybody. Right now, I'm going to tell you the secret to getting that blurry background that you're looking for. Like I told you guys, if you're using that, like specifically if you're using this camera and this lens, even if you don't know how to get out of auto mode, if you know nothing about your camera, I'm going to tell you right now what you need to do. You're going to turn the dial on the top of your camera to AV, which means aperture priority. You're going to set the aperture to this lens to 1.8 or 2.0, and then you're going to take your precious sweet little child, and wherever you are, I want you to think of it like this. If you have trees here, you want to pull your kid away from the background, pull them good 10-15 feet away from the background, and when you go to take their picture, you're going to get closer to them. So what's going to happen is the focus is all going to fall right here on this plane on your child, and all of this is going to get blurred out behind it. So you're going to be as close to them kind of as you can be, and they're going to be nice and far away from the background. You're going to use that aperture priority mode and set it to 1.8 or 2.0. That is going to give you good focus on your subject with everything else around them blurred out. So if that's the look you're going for, that's exactly how you're going to get it. The other thing is, and I feel like this is kind of like the #1 complaint that parents have a lot of times with school pictures, preschool pictures, that kind of thing, is genuine expressions from their children. You know your child best, so you know, even though we can all tell the difference between a super cheesy fake smile and a real one, you know that light in their eyes look. You know that like smiling from the inside, their eyes are smiling. You know what they look like when they're doing that. That's another great advantage as a parent of being able to take really good pictures of your kids, is that you can wait for that really genuine expression. Do not be afraid to do whatever works. Whether or not you have a 7-year-old boy that will laugh his head off at fart jokes, or you can have one of your kids that, you know, this always works for a few of my kids, is to say, don't smile, do not smile, don't smile. And as soon as you tell them not to smile, then they start smiling. And if all else fails, back in the days of my photography business, myself or my assistant, who was my sister at the time, would always do the chicken dance. When all else fails, just do the chicken dance. And the other thing to remember is that everyone does not have to be looking at the camera and smiling. Getting them to tickle each other and laugh and kind of really, like I said, get those genuine expressions. Get them moving. Have them stand, 20, 25 feet away from you, get down, get ready, and then have them run right towards you. So you can get just that big laughing, smiling expression. I think that's the biggest key to getting great pictures of your kids, is getting genuine expressions. And like I said, as a mom, we have the ability to catch and see those genuine expressions all the time, every day. All right, you guys, so hopefully you found those tips helpful. The other thing I'm going to offer is if you have a DSLR and you are wanting to get out of the automatic mode on it, you're wanting to move into the manual modes and learn how to use it, I do have an e-course that I have written for moms specifically on how to use your DSLR. I'm gonna have that course. It's all online, it's all self-paced. You do it when you want, when you have time. You can take as much time to complete it, and it always kind of lives there. So you can come back to it anytime and restudy the information. Like I said, it's an online course with a series of lessons and videos and things. I worked really hard on it, and I've had great feedback from the people who've taken the course. So I will have that link down below, as well as a discount code for you guys from now until Mother's Day, so that you can get a discount on the e-course if you want to take it. So be sure to check out the bundle from Canon. Like I said, it's such an amazing deal for Mother's Day, and hopefully you found these tips helpful. If you do use these tips and take pictures of your kids, be sure to tag me on Instagram or Twitter and show me the pictures that you've taken of your kids. I would love, love, love to see that. Again, if you found this video helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you guys again very soon. Bye.